What's up, y'all? I'm back. The app kept crashing, but I just caught a fish. I just caught a fish on my shadow wrap deep on this rock wall y'all can see on the left. So I'm about to make one more pass here, and I'm gonna make a pass on the other side of it, and I'm gonna find some more rocks, cause it was about a 4-pounder, and that's the big deal. That's the first fish on this boat in a while, and I'm loving it. Oh, I just threw my whole freaking lure off. Let's see if I can get it back. Let's see. I'm trying to see this fluorocarbon line. All right. Well, I just lost the lure I caught the fish on, so I'm gonna try to throw this square bill along this wall. I might actually, you know what? I'm gonna try to drag this Texas rig along it and see how it goes. That sucks. That really sucks. That was my only one of those too. That's a $10 lure I just lost, but you know, at least it caught me a decent fish. I have a few more jerkbaits that I could try, but that was the only one of those that I had. I mean, my other idea is to go tie on a drop shot and fish this with a drop shot. Because there's got to be another fish. It's a long wall out in the middle of the river leading up to the bridge. There's got to be another fish here. Damn. I'm testing out fluorocarbon line, and it just really wasn't working for that lure. Since it has so much memory, and I was casting and I was drifting pretty fast, I kept backlashing with it. Like a bunch of line would come off the spool because it wasn't spooling up tight enough. So I think for any rod that I'm gonna throw a jerkbait on, I'm gonna have to use braid or something else. That sucks. But there's got to be another fish here, and I'm just gonna try to just like flip it, come back with a drop shot in a second. It broke at the top of the pass too. This is where I caught the fish at, right at the end of this here, because there's a little bit of a slick. This is where all the commerments were diving and everything. There was even a heron sitting on this wall, so you know something was up. Once again, the fish in the thumbnail of this live stream is a fish that I just caught. I'm sorry about earlier. The live stream kept crashing, and I hope it doesn't have something to do with this new microphone. Hopefully it doesn't do it again. That was a big fish, man. I haven't felt a bass that big in a while. I'm gonna quickly tie the drop shot on while I have a lull in the wind, and I'm gonna make one more lap around this rock, this like jetty that juts out from below the bridge. This time, I'm gonna make a really like slow, methodical pass with the drop shot. I caught that fish on a jerk bait, you know, and that was my confidence bait. Now I have confidence, you know, and this is another confidence technique of mine. I'm a finesse guy. That is my craft, I think. And drop shot, you know, suspending jerk baits, light twitch. This water's a lot cleaner than where we've been fishing, and man, I wish I would have caught that fish on live so you all could see it. Yeah, I'm gonna fish the bridge too. I would fish a fluke, Jeffrey, but the water is deep. The water isn't shallow, so I have a little bit of confidence for this jerk bait. This is all following a lead from a guy who was fishing off the bank, and I'm really, finesse is my favorite. And here pretty soon in this Potomac River, where it's about to get choked out with grass, and I'm not excited for that. I'm gonna be frogging all the time. Which is also fun. I like topwater fishing. I like fishing the hollow frog. Let's see what this drop shot does. Alright, let me get a weight on here, let me get a lure on here, I'm about to be back in business. Alright, it's going to be a little putt to the spot. Back to the spot. Good thing I have reliable old trawling motor. Wow, a huge carp just jumped out of the water. I don't know if y'all saw that. A big old carp just jumped out of the water right here. Right here. It looks like it's a little bit shallower on this backside. There's some laydowns. But if you're a bass fisherman, you know what laydowns means. It could mean fish. I just gotta make sure this line doesn't get all twisted up again like it did last time. Come on now. I was really kind of upset. I mean, not upset, but I was losing hope on that jerkbait when I caught that fish, because I couldn't really fish up in the area where I wanted to. But then I was just like, on the way down, I was just like, let me fish some of this deep structure, see what happened. And lo and behold, there was a fish. A really nice fish. See, I don't know. I could be fishing docks and all of that other stuff, but I'm fishing out here in the deep water because I'm fishing shad eating bait. I have no doubt that bass was eating some shad. Some big hickory shad. I pulled out the crankbait to make a few crankbait casts in this area with the laydowns. There's a ton of turtles out here. They probably don't ever leave the vicinity of this little island. All right, let's flip the drop shot up there. Wind died down a lot. It's my favorite. Who I got on here? I would flip those trees, but I pitched my drop shot up in there, and I did throw a crankbait in there, but I'm kind of just chasing the pattern that I caught the initial fish on. Like, that fish was in the rocks, I mean, kind of off the rocks, but in deep water. She didn't have any eggs yet either, which is interesting. I thought for sure they would have eggs by now. Unless she was spawned out, which I doubt. Oh, fish on. First fish on the drop shot. This is only my second bass on live. I've gone live a bunch of times. So this one hit the drop shot, which is affirmation. I can just fish this drop shot all day. All day. Once again, it's in the area where these rocks sort of peter off into the water. I'm guessing it's deeper. Similar area to where I caught the other one. All right, let's see. I might come back here, but this is gonna be my last little go around of this one. And I'll try to find another area. I know Jeffrey was saying fish the Bris pylons, but there's a lot of docks and stuff around here. I might just be able to get away with Fishone and not have to figure out these Bris pylons. Let me turn y'all back around and y'all can see where I'm fishing. No skunk on the stream. What a day. 2 keepers. I don't know though. The size definitely took a beating. On the second fish. But no skunk today. Alright. So we got, this is an interesting spot. I was kind of fishing it when I first started the stream. Right here, there's a pipe. A big pipe coming out, sticking out here. This might be worth another fish. We'll see. Is that a snag? That's a snag. I don't know what got snagged. I did get out of it. I feel good, y'all. Drop shot is validated. Jerk bait is validated. I feel really good. I have to say that's my 2 favorite ways to fish. Jerk bait and drop shot. I caught a fish on each of them. That's a good feeling. And those of y'all who watched before know that I have struggled. I have really struggled But I found some clean water. I found some deeper water to fish. Lots of bait in here right now. Well, lots of bait everywhere right now, but let's see if we can't get some more. This is almost exactly how I wanted to fish last week. I don't know if that was last week or whenever I was on the stream last. This is exactly how I wanted to fish, and it really wasn't working out because it was windy, the water was dirty. I wasn't really confident there was fish there, but let's try to get some more. I think, like I said, I think I'm gonna just stick with this drop shot. I might tie on the shaky head and try that, but I'm just really feeling the drop shot right now. This is the spot where I caught the last fish. Well, I mean, not the last fish, the first fish, the fish that y'all didn't see. It's kind of, again, where the rocks start to peter out into the water. There was a big female sitting, there's a piece of wood right there too. All right, so we are, where should I head to next? Like, should I fish the bridge pilots like Jeffrey said? Should I go try to find some more rocks? Because there is another spot with some rocks in the water. I'm gonna try that first, and then I'm gonna go try some docks. But I just burned up this spot because my lure was, oh, well, I'm up on the rocks now. I'm gonna try to fish these rocks out. This is a really good looking spot, y'all. I don't know, I mean, y'all can't see in the water, but I just pulled up close to the rocks, and the water's really clean, and the rocks kind of go out all the way out to like maybe like a yard off the rocks that are above the water. All right, I'm gonna go fish this other set of rocks real quick. First, I'll get this side a few more casts. I mean, what I should do is give this side a good pass with the wind. Because that's when I'm able to fish a lot slower. So that's what I'll do. I'm going to go up to those rocks. There's some rocks underneath this little boardwalk. I'm going to go try those, and then I'm going to drift down here, maybe make a couple casts under the bridge pilots. If you can see straight ahead by those big buildings is where these next set of rocks are. And then I'm going to come back and pass this bank, the bank that I caught both the fish on again, and give this side of the rocks a good pass. I guess we fixed the problem with the stream. I really wish that wasn't happening today, because y'all would have saw my struggle to get that first fish. You said try a Ned instead? I have some Neds. I don't know. Why do you say that? Central Coast? What's better about a Ned? Oh, I thought that the microphone would have fixed the wind problem. My socket is getting a little loose. So, how about now? Can you hear me, Jeffrey? Anybody? What's better about a Ned rig, Central Coast? Because I've always heard a shaky head is a thing. I mean, I caught some fish on a Ned rig before. I guess it's just a smaller profile. So this is the town of Occoquan public boat dock. I guess the water's really low now. I think I have a fish on, but it's digging. I don't know if it's a stick or a fish. Yeah, it's a stick fish. I was like, do I have a catfish? But nope, it's a stick fish. Something is really liking to jump up here, and there's a lot of snags down here. Every cast. But I'm interested in what's jumping because it could be snakehead. I don't know if they'll hit this drop shot. Because it doesn't seem like carp. They're not just flopping. You want me to try something different? Oh, you mean a different lure on the drop shot, Jeffrey? That might be a key. Let's see. So I think I'm gonna try something lighter. I hear it like white here. I'm gonna switch to this. I'm gonna switch to this more silvery blue. You're right. Let's see. I'm gonna throw one around the crankbait really quickly. Just until I get out of this snaggy area. Actually, I'm through with shaky heads. I've been fishing shaky heads with no fish for a while. I'm just gonna drag this. Just drag this Texas rig on the bottom. How did I get a Texas rig snag? Ugh. I swear, that's the only way to get a Texas rig snag. I got my line wedged between a splinter. This is the city dock, so I'm not completely sure if fish will sit here, because on the weekends I'm sure this is crazy with boaters in and out. But as far as I know, fish don't really care about boats. Bass at least. While I'm sitting here, try to make a few thorough casts. Just had to make sure my motor didn't hit the rocks quickly. Sorry, I quit talking. I just got a little bit focused. All right, one more cast on this guy, on this backside, and then we'll keep it moving. I'm not really worried about losing one of these drop shot weights, but I'd just rather not. Alright, so I'm going to see about this dock really quickly. This is just kind of confirming that the fish aren't shallow. So I'm just trying to do my due diligence here before I move on down the river. I also want to come back here and check on the snakeheads. I'm sorry. I read you, Central Coast. I'm just trying to fish this spot out. There's a lot of people around. I don't want to make too much noise. It would interrupt their peaceful day. Unless I catch a fish, big fish. I got you. It's you really, like you read my mind. Though. All right, so I'm gonna motor on back down to the spot, fish it one more time, and then and then I'll be lost because I don't know where else to fish. Maybe I'll tie on a net rig on the way there, like Central Coast said, but I really like my drop shot. The problem with the net rig right now is I only have one spinning rod, and I want to fish the drop shot, and that would be the only reason why I would put a shaky head on instead, because it's a little bit easier to fish with a bait caster. Also, I'm getting stuck in the rocks with a cylindrical weight. I don't even know what would happen with a jig head, any kind of jig head. Huh. There's some surface action over there. I don't know if that means anything, but it's worth a try. don't really have anything to fish surface action, but I'll try to throw the square bill up in there. Oh my gosh. I'm stuck on a rock. It's not my big motor, thankfully. I should have cleared this way further away. I just trolling motor into a rock. I really should be standing up while I'm running the trolling motor. Just kind of resting a little bit. I know what I was paying attention to, but I want to get one cast on this bridge pond. Just to see if Jeffrey was right. What time is it? I might power up the big motor and go hit up some docks really quickly. Well, everybody's here. Make sure you follow me on Facebook at Colin Oliver. That's my name on Facebook. That's my name on YouTube. But Colin Oliver, check me out. I was off Facebook for a few years and I'm back. Fishing only. What is that? What is that? It's not even 4 o'clock yet, so I'm gonna crank up the big motor and try to go downstream a bit to some more marinas. There's a boat made out of PVC pipe on the bank behind me. It's like made out of 4-inch pipe. Whatever it takes, right? That's what I always tell people when they talk about this boat. By the way, today I just launched at Occoquan Regional Park. I had been wanting to come here in the kayak last year. I never made it out. There's all kind of good fishing in here. There's shad in here right now and stripers. There's catfish, flatheads, blue cats, and channel cats. Obviously, bass, snakeheads. I'm not really sure if I should fish these docks over here or not. What do you guys think? I don't know the water temp. I don't have a fish finder. I wish I had it for this kind of fishing. I said I wasn't going to do any, I didn't need it because I wasn't going to do any of this kind of fishing. But look what I'm doing, exactly this kind of fishing. So I shouldn't be doing this for long. What do y'all think? Should I fish these docks or should I try to motor down? I know there's some different kinds of marinas further down. It's just a no wig zone, so it's gonna take me a minute. Oh wow, it's really shallow right here. Much shallower than I thought. I think that's a good sign. I should go somewhere else. I'm just gonna check a couple of these docks. Sorry about that, guys. The surface is not bad here. I need to get back on some fish. So, actually, I see one more spot that I'm gonna fish before I motor down the river a little further. My stream keeps crashing. I don't understand. I was asking you, Central Coast, where are you located in the country? Where is the Central Coast? Is that California? It sounds like California thing. I don't know if it has something to do with the new microphone or what, but the stream just keeps dropping in and out. So if I lose y'all, that's what it is. This is an interesting area. There's a big pipe, a big culvert coming from under the houses, and there's a bunch of piled up gravel. But it looks like it drops off pretty steep. It's definitely structured. But this will be the end of the line for me in this area. Get ready for the worst parts of my streams. The big motor, but hopefully it'll be better with the new microphone. Are y'all hearing music? I don't hear any music. There was music up by the restaurant, but I don't hear any music. So I got the motor started. I can't tell if this is an in no wake sign or a no wake sign. I hope it's an in no wake so I can get down there faster, but I doubt it. There's still a lot of boats and houses. Oh, this might be interesting. There's a marina entrance right here. I didn't think I was gonna stop this soon, but I'm just gonna fish around this marina entrance real quick. See what bites. See if anybody's home. If y'all follow the dude, SB Fishing, he fishes in this area a lot. He did, at least, before he went big. I'm gonna start with the regular, the offering of the square bill, and then make another pass with the drop shot. Smells like bait in here. I don't really think that means anything in the Potomac right now. Smelling like bait. I completely dudded that drift. But this bank is looking interesting to me. There's a few logs out in the water coming up. So I'm gonna just check those out and then get back to what I was doing. I was moving for a reason. As we get further and further down, there's a little bit less visibility. I haven't flipped in a minute. I'm gonna try that real quick. Yeah, I like how this spot looks too. It's just, you know, it just depends on what stage you're in. I was catching them in deeper water. This looks like there's a snakehead somewhere around here to me. I'm gonna go ahead and crank this bank. Lots of commoners here. Bit gusty, so it just decides to shoot me off the spot whenever I settle down and fish, and it calms down when I need it, when I'm doing something If kayakers have been hit by boats in here, because there's a lot of signs about watch out for kayakers. I know it's April and all, but I can't wait for a day where there's just no wind. I can't wait for a day that I can fish where there's just zero wind. It might be this week too. This wall is looking kind of good. Just kind of casting a square bill up along it. Those few casts with the crankbait were not successful, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go straight to back to the drop shot. This is like a place to throw a wacky rig. Looks like I'm coming up back to that first marina entrance. Once I get there, Ow, boy. Oh. This wall looks good, but there's not really anything like to set it apart. You know, it's just piling after piling after piling. Nothing really like stands out. Unless I just need to look for a more subtle thing. I doubt this marina doesn't get fished thoroughly. Not like that matters. There's like a motor right here pushing the water out of this marina. I guess to keep it circulating or something. I don't know why they do that. But now we're back to that first entrance. Uh-oh. There's a nice bass boat launching. I'm gonna ride with him. He goes fast. Alright, let's get on up the river, or down the river. I have all of that stuff. I don't know. I caught that one fish on a drop shot, so I don't really want to abandon a drop shot. But that might be a better way to go. Ooh. I'm thinking, if I'm going to fish in any more of these shallow marinas, I might do that. I was referring to the weighted wacky central chrome. depending on what the next marina looks like, I might just go ahead and do with this guy's Central Coast. Yeah, the fish might not be that active because we were coming off of a cold front. Like all last week was, really cold. So the water probably dipped down. I'm just guessing here, but it was in the 50s. It probably dipped down to 50 or just below. So, but this week is a full week of over 80-degree highs. I tell you what, I'm still loving my boat. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's a river, and it's right under the dam where I am, and it's also tidal. So. I don't know if you heard me earlier, but what part of the country are you located in? Central Coast. Yeah, this is one of the biggest tributaries of the Lower Potomac, or this part of the Potomac. It's the Occoquan River. That's what I thought. Cali. That sounds. So you fish tidal too, right? Do you ever get into like the Delta? You have 40 years of bass fishing. I have about 3. I should be listening when you tell me to use a Ned rig. There's an interesting bluff wall right there. Where's Lowell at? Is Lowell in the stream? Lowell the Loyal? a really nice robalo getting towed. I'm pulling up on another bridge. This one has lots of little pylons. I'm trying to decide if it makes sense to drop shot around it since I was catching those fish deep. There's also some young spatterdock in this little creek right here. What time is it? 4:30. Okay, so I'm planning on trying to be done around 6. But there really is a few marinas that I want to try out. Getting down closer to the river. I don't like power fishing at all. Like, I have never ever caught fish. I cut my teeth on a jerkbait. And is that the saying? Cut my teeth, whatever. Well, I started fishing jerkbait. Like, really, all I would fish for bass was jerkbait. And then, I would just mess around with different, like, Texas rig, crawfish imitations, but I never really got power fishing down. You know, I love fishing topwater, everything else, but like crankbaits and spinnerbaits and chatterbaits, I really struggle with. Like, I'd rather just fish something really, really slow on or close to the bottom. Even like, and I'm saying on the bottom, but I love a weightless fluke. That's another one of my favorite lures, favorite techniques. See, that's probably the edge I need for finesse fishing. You need an old creaky body that doesn't allow you to fish too fast. Because my problem is I'm young. Whenever I catch a fish, I get excited and start fishing faster. I'm just got a boat and I'm learning to hate no wake zones. It's their fault for building the marina right in the middle of the river. There's a bluff fall right here with a lot of laydowns on it. That might be another little secret, like similar to what I was fishing with the rocks. There's probably a lot of rocks falling down in the water here, and I doubt it. Seems like people are just passing this stuff up. I really wonder. It's probably really deep next to it though. This no wake zone is ridiculous. I need to just pick a spot and fish it, man. I think there's a lot of cormorants and herons. Man, that's what I'm trying to be when I grow up. I want my wrist to be fried from so much fishing. That sounds like a good life to me. Well, I guess right now I'm just taking a tour of the Occoquan. Trying not to get a wake zone fine. So I wonder what this guy here is fishing for. He's fishing kind of downstream of the bridge, but it's out in the middle. He might be catfishing, but he looks like he's casting in a tree or something. That's interesting. So what do you do? That's the interesting dilemma. What do you do if you're catching fish fast and your wrist starts hurting, so you have to slow down? Like, what is your backup for that? You get my question? I guess I'm just asking, like, so you're fishing fast and you're catching fish, but you know your wrist starts hurting, so you want to continue catching fish, but you don't know what do you throw in that scenario? This is really interesting. These guys are just casting and retrieving out in the middle of the channel. I wonder what they're fishing for. I'm passing up some really interesting looking water, like these old docks here. And there's a cove associated with it. I might just go ahead and, because I really don't feel like putting all the way out. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I started, I might as well finish. It's not 5 o'clock yet. Maybe I could launch right there. There's like an end of a road. Parking would be the only issue. It looks like an old boat launch, really. I wonder if that's a private road. I kind of want to check for snakeheads up inside this marina. That would be a nice end to the day if I could find a snakehead and at least see it. I know from an SB fishing video that I probably wasn't supposed to be paying that close attention to, that there's some snakeheads in one of these marinas. I couldn't figure out which one it was, but it's one of these two, because of the type of buildings that they have. think I might be getting out of the no wake zone soon. If you can see, that way is Belmont Bay. That's where I was fishing, I think 2 streams ago, where I was up. I didn't catch any fish, but I lost like 3 fish fishing those docks. So this is kind of like, I just launched on the other side. It might be better to launch where I launched, because I can just run straight across the bay and get to these areas instead of vice versa. I wonder where this bass boat is going. I guess he's just getting out of here. This is a huge shallow flat, which is, I mean, it's really a sand bottom. That's really interesting to me. I see what I'm gonna go fish. I see it. I finally know what I want to do. Hopefully it's not too shallow. I think I'm gonna spend the rest of the day trying to catch a snakehead and hopefully catching bass as bycatch. That sound good? I think the tide is falling. I think we're almost to low tide though. No. Actually, I think it's rising. We're almost to high tide. It's the other way around. Yeah. What time is it? I'm pretty sure high tide was at 6 something, but it's 5 o'clock now. I'm gonna try to just, there's some young spatterdock on the bank here. I'm gonna try to just switch it all up, I already caught my fish for the day. I'm feeling pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna throw on a weightless fluke. I'm gonna throw on, I might even throw on a frog, a popping frog. Like, this may be entirely too early for this, but I hear the snakehead are biting already, so. Let's see if we can't catch a snakehead. That would be a welcome surprise. I'm just gonna drift down this bank. I gotta change a bunch of lures. So I'm just gonna switch this up to a fluke. I am gonna throw a fog on. What the hell? I'm gonna do it. I really don't have the color fluke that I want, but oh, also in the comments section of one of my VODs, this dude, I guess it was a mistake, but it might have been on purpose. I forgot his name. He called the boat the brisket boat, and I really like that. I might stick with that, the brisket boat. All right, Central Coast. Well, what's up, Fishing with Maz? I'm tying the frog on. I'm going full on snakehead arsenal. This area up here at the upper part of Belmont Bay looks a lot more like the rest of the Potomac River. There's, you know, alternating, there's a sandy bank, and then there's also, it leads down to a spatter dock area. Spatter dock being the most common emergent grass, emergent vegetation here in the shallow water. But we'll see what goes on here. I mean, I know people are catching snakeheads, so I'm probably not jumping the gun. But I'm just completely switching up from what I was doing, so. I know it might sound a little crazy. One snakehead before, and it was really small on a little tiny fluke. If anybody wants to know whether the Bris boat can get beat up by sticks, I've been doing that quite a bit today, not on purpose. really, what I'm really curious about is if my trawler motor, the cheapest trawler motor that you can buy, the Minn Kota Endure 30-pound C2. What I really want to know if it's gonna stand up to all of this beating that's been taken on this trip today. But you know what? I'm catching fish, so, well, I'm not catching fish anymore. I caught fish. This is remnants of the jerkbait backlash. I decided to switch everything up to fluoro, and it's working really well. Not everything, but some stuff, and it's working really well for some things, and it's doing terribly for other things. I don't know if I just didn't spool this tight enough initially, but it keeps like exploding off of the spool. I know people have been catching snakehead around here, and people have been catching bass with the snakehead, so on the frog. So why not give it a shot? I know it cooled down a lot, but if you don't try something at the end of every trip, you're not gonna follow. You're not gonna know what's going on next. You're just gonna be stuck on the same fish, which I probably could have like patterned that out up higher in the river, and the fish seem big. The fish seem, I mean, they're strong. That first one I caught was definitely, she was eating shad probably, which is, I mean, she was eating big shad. She was probably chilling with the stripers, really. Alright, so I have my snakehead arsenal tied on, but for right now, I did all that, but I'm just going to throw the square bill into some of these laydowns. These very, very flippable laydowns. There's a lot of wood in this area, and it's not too shallow. So this is a really good looking bank. And once again, it seems like it could get overlooked by bass boats because it's within the no wake zone. And those guys are just trying to get out to the main river. Not often do you get a square bill snag. I seem to be getting everything snagged. The square bill started getting hung up in a lot of crap because it's muddy and it was hitting the bottom. So now I'm doing the frog, mid-April frogging. Let's see what happens. I really stopped here because there's some slightly emerging spatter dock, which last time I came to an area where there was spatter dock, it was still just under the water, which is cool because it's getting to be summertime. At least it's getting to be the spawn. Also, it's really interesting because there's this sunken barge in the middle of this young spatter dock. And that just looked kind of interesting to me. Come on, Mr. Snakehead. I know you're somewhere. Try to go right up on the barge. There's spatter dock here, but the water is not that shallow. keeping my eyes peeled for if I see one. Then I know I'm in the right area. Now this is something I don't want to be scraping up against like this. This rusty barge, this probably has what it takes to poke a hole in my boat. I haven't caught any yet. I've completely switched up. I'm trying to snakehead fish now. I pulled up to this area where there's this young spatterdock. Actually, this isn't spatterdock. This is straight up lily pads. It looked like spatterdock from far away. Actually, since it's lily pads, I think I'm going to go continue to fish the bank side of it, because that makes sense why it's, you know, pretty deep in it. I haven't really seen it spooked anything yet, so obviously just casting into nowhere in this lily pad field is try casting up into this cover, like the heavy cover. Also, if you live anywhere where the cicadas are coming, that's crazy. I don't know what it's gonna be like. Brood X is on its way. I wonder how that's going to affect the fishing, Brood X. I know they sell cicada lures. Oh, they already have nests? I thought they were still... I mean, I know they haven't come out yet in force. When do I give up on this frog? If something hits this, I'm going to be very, very pleasantly surprised. I wonder if there's a creek here. Or is it just a flat? It's a lily pad flat. I'm gonna have to remember this area for the summertime. Actually, for the spawn too, I don't know. This is a really big flat. They might even spawn up here. So many crew teams. Just throwing a weightless fluke towards his duck line. This might be a little bit too early. Might be jumping the gun just a little bit with this one. Huh. There is a little creek. Let's see, what time is it? Down to 6 people now, or I mean 2 people now, from 6. Try to push up into this creek as far as I can go. I'm waiting to see one, Jeffrey. But there have been reports of snakehead biting. That means snakehead are shallow. I feel like if the snakeheads are biting, if the snakeheads are biting, they should be shallow. Not this shallow though. There's like a foot wide channel right here. I'm guessing this is what turns into like the little creek, like a little bitty cut once this stuff grows up. I swear, this is gonna be full of snakehead one day. I'm kind of lost now. I don't know what to do next. There's a pretty big rock wall on the other side of the river. But like a dummy, I tied on a frog and a oh, what's up, Central Coast? You back? Is it not too early? It's not too cold to fish a buzzbait? I mean, the snakehead will probably hit it, but I don't think anything is up there. They're like, I'm gonna go back up to one of these marinas and finish off there. I don't have a lot more time. I probably should just head home right now. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Thanks for tuning in. I had a good time with y'all, especially you, Central Coast. I know you just got back, but this was a really interesting and informative experience. I'm gonna have to save this live chat so I can come back and read it. We finally actually caught fish on stream. We finally did it. So thanks for watching, and catch y'all next time.